In this video, we'll be hunting a box of nickels. Of course, we'll be looking for anything before 1960, including Silver War nickels, Buffalo nickels, or anything older. We'll also be looking for any proofs, foreigns, errors or varieties, or any other interesting things we can find. Do just have this one box right now, but if it doesn't produce enough finds, we'll add a second box onto the hunt. Have already checked for enders. We do have one ender for the box right here. Well, just an old Justin, but it's a 1940. I can see from the obver, so it's a good sign for the box for sure, having an ender. So, let's get on to the hunt, and I'll bring you in when we have our first find. Rule number 1, the box is starting us off with an early find, which is a great sign. It's an 40s nickel, 1941, minted in Denver. Just open the next roll. Now we're going to have our first foreign of the box. Looks like we're going to have a Canadian nickel right there, which we do. This one's from 1986. Roll number 8, we have our first couple finds from the 50s. They are 1955 from Denver and 1959. It's also from Denver. Just opened roll number 12. I see the edge of the second foreign. This one's not going to be a Canadian. A day right there. Looks like it's 2009, which it is. It's one of the nickels with the fish on it, which I believe is going to be from Bermuda, if I remember right. And it is a Bermuda nickel from 2009 with the fish on it. Definitely a super cool foreign find. Roll 15 gave us a few more finds. It was a pretty good roll. 3 more 40s and 1 from the 50s. We do have our new oldest of the hunt, 1940 out of Denver. We have 2 1947s. Both of those are out of Philly. And the 50s nickel is 1957 from Denver. Roll 19. We have a couple more finds from the 50s. This time we're going to have 1954, minted in Philly, and a pretty beat up 1958 Denver. Just opened roll number 20, and I think we might have a silver nickel in this roll. A lot of different colored coins in this roll, but the one I think is silver is this one right here on the left in the middle. Let's see if I'm right. And it is a silver. It's actually a pretty nice one. 1943 out of Philly, silver war nickel. Looks like it might be in like XF condition or something. Usually war nickels are pretty slick. Probably doesn't add much value to it, but still, pretty nice silver war nickel found. 35% silver. That's an awesome find for sure. Roll 21 was our ender for the box. Nothing else in the roll, but our ender was that 1940. You can see the bringer depth pretty bad on it, but it is a 1940 from San Francisco. Next roll had a couple more finds, both from the 40s. This time we have 1941 out of Philly and 1947. It's also from Philly. Next roll again. We have a bit of a streak of finds going. Just opened this roll. See the edge of another foreign coin right there. Looks like it's going to be a Canadian nickel, which it is. This one's definitely a bit of a more modern one, and it's a 2011. Just opened roll 24, and I might see the edge of another silver nickel in this roll. Right there, we have that different colored one, thinking it could be a silver. Let's see. It looks like we are. Yeah, it's another silver. 2 silvers in the first half of the box. It's an amazing first half for sure. This one's a 1945 out of Denver. Another 35% silver war nickel. 2 in a box is great, and we still have 26 rolls to go. Let's go. Same roll as that silver. We're going to have another foreign coin. Going to be another Canadian nickel. Just flattened out the roll. See that edge there? Definitely going to be a Canadian nickel for sure. And it is, this time, from 2000. Roll 29. We have a couple more 50s nickels. This time we have 1954 from Denver and 1958. That's also from Denver. Roll 31 gave us 3 more finds, all from the 50s, but definitely a good roll. We have a 1951 out of Denver, another 1954 Denver, and another 1958. It's also from Denver. Just open the next roll. We're going to have at least a couple of finds in this roll. First of all, we're going to have another Canadian nickel right there. It's our 5th foreign, 4th one from Canada. It's in 1982. Something else I saw right in the back. See an older Jefferson nickel with an S mint mark, which means it's going to be 1954 older. We already know it from the mint mark. Hopefully, it's one of the semi-key dates. Let's see if it is one. And it is one of the semi-key dates. It's in 1951 San Francisco, which is one of the semi-key dates. 48, 49, and 51S. All semi-key dates. that's definitely one of them. Definitely a great find for the box for sure. Still on roll 32, we had another find in the roll. This one is from the 40s. It's our first nickel from 1946. It's a 46 from Philly. Next roll, and this roll also had 3 finds in it, this time all from the 40s, so definitely on some good rolls for sure. We have a 1940 out of Philly, another 1946 from Philly, as well as a 1948 out of Denver. Next roll again, and I'm recording almost every roll at this point. There's just a lot of finds in this box. We're going to have another Canadian in this roll right there. This time it's going to be 1964, which is going to be a young head. Only found a few young head Canadian nickels ever before. They are pure nickel, so different composition. Very cool find for sure. Once again, next roll, I think we're going to have another foreign. This one's definitely not going to be a Canadian though. We have a copper colored coin right there, which could be a Euro cent. I found one of those a few hunts ago. That's what it's going to be, a 5 Euro cent. See what design it has on the other side. Not 100% sure on the design, maybe Turkey, not 100% sure. It's 2004, just worth 5 Euro cents, but don't find Euro cents very often at all. It's a super cool find. Roll 38, a couple more finds from the 50s. This time, they're both the same, both 1959s, both are 59 Denvers. Roll 39, we have another find from the 40s. This time we have another 1940 out of Philly. Roll 40, another find from the 40s once again, just like the last one. It's another 1940 from Philly. Roll 43, another 40s find. This time it's going to be 1941 out of Philly. Next roll, a couple more finds, this time both from the 50s. 1955 Denver and another 1959 also from Denver. Roll 47, we have a couple more finds once again. This time we have 40s and a 50s. The 40s is a 1949 out of Philly. 50s is yet another 1959 Denver. Last roll of the box gave us one last find. It's our last 50s nickel of the hunt, 1954 out of Philly. Now we're going to get on to the wrap-up since that was such a great box. Nickel box has been hunted. Let's go over the finds. We end up with 6 S-mints, 7 foreigns, 5 of those are Canadian. We had 4 more modern ones and an older one, which is great to see. 1964 young head, only found a few young head or older Canadian nickels ever. Super excited to find that for sure. Plus 2 other foreigns. We found a 2004 5 Euro cent. Thought it was from Turkey, but I looked it up. This is actually from Belgium. So Belgium 2004 5 Euro cent, obviously just worth face value in Europe, but still not a foreign you see too often. So definitely a cool find. Plus another cool foreign from Bermuda, 5 cents, 2009 with the fish on it. Super cool coin as well. So a couple foreigns, great to see that. Now for older Jeffersons, we got a great amount for one box, just absolutely loaded with older Jeffersons in the 40s and 50s. Older, nothing older than 1940, no 30s, but still did have one better date in here, which was that 1951S semi-key date. Definitely great to find a semi-key date in the box. And finally, for the 2 best finds to the hunt, we found 2 silver nickels in the box. A pretty nice 1943 out of Philly. Definitely circulated, probably a VF to XF condition, but definitely better than most war nickels you'll find. Super cool to find that. Plus another silver, a 1945 out of Denver. So 2 silvers in the box. But I'd definitely be happy with 1 silver, but we got 2. That's double the amount I like to see. Plus a ton of older Jeffersons, some cool foreigns. This was definitely a super awesome 1 box nickel hunt.